The COVID-19 has become the invisible enemy for superpowers now. The USA now has the world's highest number of deaths from COVID-19, with at least 23,649 losing their lives to the deadliest virus as of Tuesday afternoon. When the whole world is suffering from this epidemic, the USA has emerged as one of the topmost countries infected by this virus. According to John Hopkins University data, China and South Korea have each under 5 deaths per million, Japan has recorded 1 death per million, and India has recorded the lowest cases, that is 0.2 infected cases per population. We couldn't even ignore the plight of European countries like Italy, UK and Brazil, where thousands and thousands of people are still dying. Amidst of this pandemic, the US president is still thinking to reopen its American economy. He said that once COVID-19 is contained, it is safe to go back to work, the economy will be great again. Let's hear our special report.
The authority of the President of the United States having to do with the subject we're talking about is total. The President of the United States calls the shots. If we weren't here for the states, you would have had a problem in this country like you've never seen before. We were here to back them up, and we've more than backed them up. We did a job that nobody ever thought was possible. It's a decision for the President of the United States. Now, with that being said, we're going to work with the states because it's very important. You have a couple of bands of
Writing for The Guardian, Barry Eichengreen pointed out the fact that the reality will not oblique Trump's rosy scenario. Firms won't invest in expanding capacity until they are confident that the virus will not return. There has been no destruction of physical capital in the pandemic. The risk of damage to human capital is significant, and that's one of the predominant thing that India is thinking about. Now, governors of United States of America team up to discuss the reopening of their states. Trump asserts total authority to overrule them. He said on Monday while briefing the press, they can't do anything without the approval of the President of the United States of America. Now, listen to our another special report that brings about Trump's statement. Let's hear about it.
President of the United States having to do with the subject we're talking about is total.
That have closed, ordered schools closed. It's been states that have ordered businesses like restaurants.
That's because I
and
let that
bars
happen. Because I would have preferred that. I let that happen. But if I wanted to, I could have closed it up. But I let that happen. And I like the way they've done it. And the 7 that remained really in sort of a semi-lockdown, if you look at those states, they've really done a very good job. They're very much different from a New York or from other places where they've been hit very hard. I won't name states now, but I will over the next 2 or 3 days. I'm going to be very specific. But you have some states where this is not the kind of a problem that it is in New York or Louisiana or Michigan or other places that got hit very hard. Illinois got hit very hard. But all states want to open, and they want to open as soon as possible, but they want to open safely.
Death toll in US due to COVID-19 has crossed 23,000. The United States has reported over 5,87,155 positive cases. Also, New York is one of the hotspots of COVID-19 in America, where 7,349 people died. The New York governor predicted that the death toll may rise up to 60,000. Well, India is doing good. Under Modi's leadership, India, in fact, without any doubt, took massive decision of nationwide lockdown on March 24. Well, there are some journalists in India like Sagrika Ghosh who pointed out the fact that paralyzing 1.3 billion people by not focusing on economy is not good. I tweeted the fact that what about the economy if people would not live longer? So lastly, the question arises, is lockdown matters or reopening the economy in extraordinary times? News Desk, Gully News.